Welcome to our review of the Chauvet Hybrid 140 SR. Jumping into my initial impressions of this light, I do have to tell you right off the bat, this is a solid light all around. You know, Chauvet's Intimidator series lights are always well built, and this thing is pretty good. We've got some ABS plastic on the outside, we have a huge lens in the front, and I do have to say, after about 2 years of use, these lights are still just as great as the day that we got them. Inside, this thing has a super bright 140 watt discharge bulb. The manufacturer says it lasts about 14,000 hours. We've had these now for 2 years, and they've worked just as great as the day that they came out. On the back side, we do have a little warning here to let it cool down before any use. It gets super hot when you use it, so I recommend like 5 or 10 minutes before you start touching around with it. And then on the front side, we have the same Chauvet menu that you know and love. You know, nothing really changes between any of these Intimidator lights. They all kind of have the same menu, so that worked out pretty well. We're gonna demo this today in 19 channel mode. It also has a 13 channel mode, but with the 19 channels, we can really see all of the amazing features that this thing has.
What we are going to do first is show you how the different color wheels look through here. So we have lots of different colors. I won't say them all, but as you can see, lots of different colors in the color wheel. Now we are going to take a look at the different gobos. What we've also done is we've used the focus to really zoom in to the different section of the wall here so that you can really see these gobos. Now this is gobo set number 2, which we did out of order. This is the second set of gobos. Now we're going to take a look at the first set of gobos. And now I tilted the lights down a little bit so that this moving head was in the view of the camera, which does a really cool effect. So what you also see here as well is a little bit of the gobo shake. And so you see this on each one of the gobo channels. Once you hit a certain point where the gobos stop, they start to shake a little bit. What we are doing now is we are messing around with the beam function, which you can do 2 ways. You can either manually zoom, or you can use one of the gobos that's a little tiny circle or a bigger circle. Lots of circular gobos in the first set of gobo wheels, and you can make a really cool beam. Now, I wanted to show you the different prism settings that this light has. Now there's 2 sets of prisms, just like there's 2 sets of gobos, and the first set of prisms is for 4, and the next one is for an additional 6 or 8. I'm not really sure. The manual says one thing, but it seems to look a little bit differently. Again, once you hit a certain point with these prisms, it starts to rotate and starts to spin.
Discussing some of the pros and cons. As you just saw, there are so many technical features that this thing has. You can really do whatever you want. However, it is very heavy and it requires a big power draw. Obviously, you know, because it's so bright. I would say if you're looking to make it a jump into the mid-level between entry-level moving heads and some of the Chauvet professional lights that they have, any of the Rogue fixtures, this is a great in-between. We use this for weddings, we use this for small concerts, and even for our school dances, and we find that it just works so great for any time that we need a spot, a wash, or even a beam. Thank you guys so much for joining us today in our review of the Chauvet Hybrid 140 SR. This is a powerhouse, a workhorse light, and I definitely recommend it if you are looking for a moving head light. I do have to say this is by far my favorite moving head light. Oh gosh.